Okay, you've probably heard that consistency is key to any successful business. However, it's very hard to be consistent and to find the time to be consistent when we have all this other stuff going on, right? So today we're going to be talking about how do you stay consistent with all those little tasks that we have in our business without hiring an assistant, without hiring a bunch of people to do them for us. This is the single best time management technique that I have personally ever learned. It has freed up so much time. It has completely gotten rid of procrastination in my business and has made my business incredibly consistent. One of my favorite quotes is, find the routine that creates the machine that achieves the dream. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how to create that machine so that way you can achieve your dreams in your business. My name is Brittany Ash, and I am all about helping busy moms save time in beauty, business, and in the bustle of everyday life so that way you have more time to actually live a lifestyle that you totally absolutely love. So let's talk about consistency in our business. We know that consistency is key. We have books that are out that like The Slight Edge and The Compound Effect that talk about all those little tasks that add up over time. And that's what truly creates the success, not big gigantic leaps that we make and big things that we do. It's all about in the little things. It's all about mastering the mundane, which is really, really hard to do because you have to do that for long enough without seeing the results of success, right? So you have to be able to stay that consistent. Not to mention, we have all these little menial tasks that maybe don't make us an income, but that just have to be done, right? Things like, and I know everyone's business is going to be different, but you might have things like, customer maintenance, like following up with customers. You might have things like, if you have an inventory of products, you've got to process orders and get inventory or get product orders out to people. It might be things like stocking up stuff, ordering things for your office, following up with people, deliveries, shipments, budgeting, like managing your budget, the tax stuff that we have to do, reaching out to people regularly and making enough contacts in order to drive your business forward. All of these, they're just little things, but we need to do them consistently. So what's hard is if you don't have a system for managing that and you don't make it into a routine, it's going to be really hard to get that done on a consistent basis. So the answer is a weekly, monthly, and daily batch task routine that is going to take care of all of this for you. So that way you don't run around like a chicken with your head cut off with a gigantic list of to-dos. And you're going to make sure that you get your stuff done on a regular basis. So that way it starts working for you and you start really seeing the success. So first things first, I'm going to talk about how to figure out your batch task routine. And I'm not going to go into specifics here because everyone's business is different. Your business is going to have different tasks to do than mine does. But so where I want you to start is I want you to make a list of every single itty bitty little teeny tiny thing you need to do in your business. So whether it's tracking mileage, right? Or following up with customers, whether it is scheduling like business opportunity appointments, whether it is filing your receipts for tax purposes or filing any other paperwork or shipping out orders or making deliveries, all of those itty bitty little things, go as detailed as you can. Take out a piece of paper and just write down in as much detail all the little itty bitty tasks that you have to do. And then go next to those little tasks, things that you need to do, write down if it's a monthly task, you only need to do it once a month, or if it's something you need to do once a week, or if it's something you need to do every day. So let's say one of the tasks on there is like, posting in my customer group on Facebook every day. Or maybe it's following up inbox zero, right? Where you are emptying out your email inbox and your text inbox or that sort of thing. That might be a daily task that you have. Weekly tasks could be anything from, like for us, we have, sometimes some people do like product demonstrations. So it might be every week I'm restocking that bag of stuff for those presentations, right? It might be, cleaning stuff that needs to be reused every single week, that sort of thing. So those would be on the weekly things. I track my mileage every week. So I use a mileage app, and every week I just have it scheduled that I'm swiping whether it's business mileage or whether it is personal mileage. And I just have that scheduled once a week. I have it scheduled in there to check my bank accounts every single week to make sure there are no discrepancies, and to make sure checks have gone through and that sort of thing, and that I haven't overdrafted or whatever. I make that a point to be on there as well. Things like budgeting for your business, right? If you have to like manage your expenses and that sort of thing, just kind of budgeting to keep track of that. Tracking too, like tracking is a huge thing that we need to do in our business. How many, if you follow the law of averages, knowing what your numbers are, and how would you know what your numbers are if you don't track what your numbers are? So whether it's a number of people that you're meeting with, people that you're messaging, people you're sharing that, having a weekly time for that. Accountability with your upline, right? Does your upline require some sort of accountability? Then you would have that in your weekly task to make sure that you've got that time. So I hope that makes sense to you. Those are weekly things. Then there are the monthly things that we have to do. For me, I love to schedule all of my social media stuff the month before, or at the end of the month. So I have that on my list, schedule all of that. Print out a new planner and tracking sheets. I have things like filing receipts from that I have to do for taxes. I have things like restocking stuff in my office that needs to be restocked. Planning, what are my social media and my blog posts? What are those going to be? I know it's silly, but like emptying out my purse, I have that as a weekly task, emptying out my purse, because if you're like me, I'm like always shoving stuff in my purse. So every week I make it a point to clean out my purse. Monthly, I clean out my car every single week. Every single month, that's on my list. Customer things that have to be sent out, customer announcements. I look at the whole month. Okay, am I going to do any specials? Am I going to do any promotions for my customers? Things like that I have to do are all on my monthly to-do list. And then so I've got that down. So I have those things written down of what I'm doing weekly, monthly, daily. Excuse me. Then what I do is I take those and in a logical order, put those on one single list for me to create or to complete. And remember, you want to go through this list fast, right? You want to go through it as fast as you can. So in order to do that, you need to think of a logical order. So let me give you an example. Part of what I do in my business is I actually ship out customer orders to my customers, right? So I might have something like unpack my product, my latest product delivery, because I'm going to do that first before filling these orders. And then I might do like input their stuff in the computer and then pack up their orders and ship and deliver to them, right? So I'm putting it in the order of when I need to complete it, so that way it's more logical with that there. So like my bank accounts, right? So I'm going to go in there, I'm going to make sure that my bank account, I'm going to go through and look at my bank accounts before I go and I make a credit card payment or something like that, right? So like those are just, look at it in a logical order. Like, what is the logical way to do this? And if you're a list checker offer like I am, it's really fun to check that stuff. So then what you're going to do is you're just going to schedule those lists into your calendar. So here's what I recommend. Your monthly list should take you about an hour to 2 hours to do, right? So you're going to schedule a 1 to 2 hour chunk of your monthly batch task list. And then once a week, you're going to have your weekly batch task list. So I also like train my customers with this, with my weekly batch task list. I only make deliveries 1 day a week, okay? Or I only ship stuff out 1 day a week, and I let them know that. So I'll say something like, I do my this will ship out to you on Wednesday unless you need it sooner, right? So I let them know that's when I take care of that. So you're not constantly running around being like, okay, I got to take care of this, and I got to take care of this, and I got to answer this phone call, and I got to text them back, and I'm following up. I actually schedule that to do 1 time a week, right? And then your daily list, schedule that in your daily plan that you're doing, right? So put that in there. This is when I'm doing my daily consistent list that I'm doing. And whether it's something like post and then inbox 0 and follow up with people or whatever, or communication list. Maybe you've got a communication list of where you're organizing everybody that you're following up with. So when you do that, that way you've got your daily routine that you want to have done in your batch task list, and you only need to schedule the chunk as opposed to scheduling every single little bitty task. And once you do this repeatedly, 2, 3, 4 times in a row, you're going to get so much faster at it, and it's going to take you less and less time. So you're going to spend way less time doing those menial, mundane tasks and more time on the big stuff that's really important to you, that's going to give you that quantum leap there. So if you, so that is my big time management tip for you. If you are loving what you're having or you're reading here, I have what is called a daily productivity list, daily productivity sheet. And this is where I lay out for you all of the stuff that that I personally teach to my team, to how to go about your day. And it's got that schedule, and it tells you how to create a to-do list. So you've got your daily list, to-do list, how to create your daily schedule, and how to create your daily repeatable batch task routine. And then also as a communication list there, so you can track all the people that you need to be getting in touch with that day. So every day you make a new sheet and you write this down. It helps to manage your day, so that way you have a game plan and you know what you're doing. So that is for you to download for free. It's a free resource for you to check out. So that link is below this video. If you found value in this video, definitely like, definitely subscribe. I'm making these videos every single week. They are all about how to help busy moms save time in beauty, business, and the bustle of everyday life, so that way you have more time to actually live a lifestyle that you truly love. So thank you so much again for tuning in. My name again is Brittany Ash, and I am more than a mom, and so are you, and I will see you next time.